right? Instead of expecting people to do things, that's how we can empower people. And that was a
Good morning. How are you all? Love spending my
very
mornings with
good.
you.
Looking forward to hearing from you.
So this is interesting because this just came up with my travels here in the last couple of weeks that I had one of the most amazing questions asked at a mastermind that I was at in Nashville. And one of the things they were talking about is what were you going to get out of this session, but the question that hit me that goes ties in perfectly with this. What have you continuously chosen not to execute on? So, behind the question they asked, they said, what have you chosen to not execute on? So many times in success, I mean, I talked about this, I think it was on last Thursday, as a successful person, well, when you say successful, that's not necessarily average success. We're talking about like what Tony talked about. You're the average of the six people you hang around. And if you hang around somebody that's making 150,000 or somebody that's making $500,000, you can become the average of that. What I know I've learned is that as you excel to success, whatever success means for you, it probably means you're leaving your average friends behind. They're not all coming with you. And so it kind of gets lonely out there is what I call it. But what's really fun is as it gets really, really lonely and you find other people that have reached a level of success that you're shooting for, when you get past that part of the bell curve where you're outside of the average and you're kind of getting towards the top, you can break through that ceiling and then you're at the low side of the average people in a bigger group of people, like going from 150,000 to hanging around $500,000 producers, and they pull you till you get to the average. And then as you like see you could do even more, you're on your success journey and you start to leave that pack, you go out on this island again. So the reason why I bring up the island is that self motivation. We so many times we are in a place where we are motivating ourselves. So I got four tips. The first one on personal stuff. If you got a personal goal, gamify it. Turn it into a game. I gamify everything. And like just for working out, it's getting that desktop calendar. You know those big old calendars that you can buy at office supply stores that have the big box for the day. And you can put that one. I mean, I just in my gym, I have it hanging on the wall, a desktop calendar hanging on the wall, and it has 20 written on every day. And every day that I can put an X in that box, if I can do that consecutively, then there's a prize at the end of the month. And then there's a bigger prize at the end of the next month. So that's a way to self have some self accountability, but not even really, because I still got to go in and check the boxes. And if I don't check them consecutively, I don't get that little prize or that little reward, whatever it is. And it's always something silly, like, well, the first month is always silly, like go to a movie, because it's never convenient when my family doesn't really care to go to movies, and I am a movie buff. So I will go to a movie by myself if I hit those 30 days in a row. The next one, I might buy something for myself that I wouldn't normally buy. So gamify it is one way to do that. Moving into the business stuff, I automate a lot of things through just automated reminder plans. And in the E-Myth last Thursday, that E-Myth conversation I had, I was discussing that think of your business separate from you. Take a step outside of your business so you can look at it objectively. And that's where I set up, man, this I have to do this every single day. So I set up an automated email reminder system says, did you do this today? So these are some self-motivation tips, but I'm going to take you on to number three, because self-motivation, I mean, we wake up every day and somebody's not waiting at our bedside telling us to do this stuff. We still have to go to the calendar. We still have to go to the email and not ignore it. So the third one is for all of these things, tell people, right? And Samantha had shared in the chat room, about asking for help. That's great, but I'm going to say tell people, tell everyone you can what's important and why this is so important to you. And when you accomplish this goal, what it's going to do for you. And you have to tell a whole lot of people, because there's only going to probably be a few people out of all of those people that really have something in it for you and get excited about why that's important to you, and they will actually ask you about it, and they'll keep asking you about it because they want to see you succeed. Not everyone will, so you got to tell a lot of people, tell the world. And then the fourth thing, obviously, for accountability is to hire someone, hire a coach. There's lots of opportunities for free coaches, and I have some of the best free coaches that they're not being paid, so they're not riding my butt every day. They're kind of just hanging, they're helping me along the way. They're helping, right? A paid coach is paid to ask the tough questions. So that's another thing that you just need to think about. So those are my four shares for today. I know that I unloaded a lot on the breakfast table. I knocked over the orange juice. I'm so sorry. Got the bread a little soggy, but we'll bring another loaf out.
Love that. Perfect. I love when there's 1, 2, 3, 4. It just makes it so easy to remember. Gamify. Be objective around business systems, if I'm remembering right. 3, communicate. Tell people, tell the world about your goal, why you want to accomplish it. And 4, hire someone, hire a coach or a mentor that's going to keep you accountable. I hope I did good, Coach Brown. Did I?
You were amazing.
Oh, wow. Thank you for that. Well, thank you again for this contribution. You always bring in amazing wisdom to the table. And talking about wisdom, now we are going to go